Okay, this is Dave, and this is my third consumer report on the little iOptron Skyguider Pro. I've had it out and done a little bit of experimenting with it, so I'll give you some updates on what I think. And a couple things I really like is, number one, it comes with a rechargeable battery built in, so you don't have to take external batteries and plug stuff in. You just plug and play. It works really well. Another thing that's nice about it is it's got 4 guide rates. It's got a guide rate for solar, it's got a guide rate for lunar, and it's got a half guide rate. That's kind of for taking Milky Way pictures and stuff that you can get a little bit longer exposures of the stars without getting the foreground blurry. So it's kind of a useful feature. And then of course it's got the normal guide rate for tracking on stars, so that's kind of convenient. These two little arrows here, I don't know if you can see them. They're part of what changes the menu as to what guide rate and stuff. They also have a slew function, so if you push this arrow, it'll slew it backwards a little bit, or it'll slew it forward a little bit for composing your picture. So it's kind of useful. So I like that. Let's see what else is here. Okay, the way I normally use it is I've been putting the balance bar and counterweight on it. And the reason for that is, number one, you can put a much heavier weight on it, and it's easier to aim, and I think it tracks better when it's in balance too. So anyway, that's a little off balance now because I got a lighter camera on it than I was using the other day. But it works really well, and I had it out the other night, and I carefully leveled it and carefully polar aligned it. And ultimately, at about 300 millimeters on Vega, I was able to go about 5 minutes with no real noticeable star trailing. So I was pretty pleased with that. 5 minutes at 300 millimeters, I thought that was pretty good. It would probably go a little longer. I actually did fit 6 minutes, but it hit a bad spot in the gear and kind of went crazy. But you might be able to go longer than 5 minutes, and certainly with less magnification, which is really what the thing's designed for. The other thing I bought the hand control for it. Not that you really need it, but I thought, well, if I'm going to buy it, I'm going to go the whole way. And there's 2 things that I liked about it, which were reasons for me to buy it. Is it's got a little kind of a clock. Once you put your time and location, it's got a little clock icon in there that tells you where to put Polaris, rather than using the little iPhone app. Not everybody has the iPhone app, and so this here works not quite as well, but adequately, and so that was a nice feature. It also has an intervalometer, so this line here plugs into my camera, so I can operate the camera from this hand paddle, and I can set up for whatever length of exposures I want and how many exposures I want. So it's a good intervalometer. The only thing I didn't like about it was that it doesn't have a countdown clock. So once it starts exposure, it just has a little blinking, spot here on the display, but it doesn't tell you I've got 10 seconds to go or 20 seconds to go or whatever. So I called the company about that, and they said they might put that in their new software update. So we'll see. But that's about my biggest complaint, is it just doesn't count down. But other than that, I'm quite pleased with it. It sets up easily, it works well. You just put it together and away it goes. It does come with another mount, of course. Anybody that's bought it or looked at it knows that it comes with another mount that I can put a ball head here. I can just pop this whole thing off here real easy. Just one screw and pops it off, and put a ball head on it. You have to buy the ball head. But then you can put a camera on there and level things out. So there's some uses for a ball head, but I prefer to use it this way. But you know, that's up to whoever wants to use it. It works well both ways, and so I think that's pretty much it. I'm real pleased with it, and I expect to get a lot of good use out of it.